Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, we're going to go over strings. So this tutorial is a continuation of our C++ series. So in the last tutorial, we looked over some of the primitive data types. We looked over integers, floats, characters, booleans, and so on, double, and so on. So as in other programming languages, strings are also one of the primitive data types. For example, in Python, strings are one of the primitive data types in Python. But in C++, string is not a primitive data type. So what is a string? So a string is just a collection of characters surrounded in double quotes that are stored as a single unit in memory. It's not a primitive data type in C++, but in other programming languages like Python, strings as primitive data types. So let's look at some of the code relating to strings. So I have created an string.cpp file, so I'll just simply go ahead and create the basic C++ structure. So now that is done, by the way, the return statement is not compulsory. Okay, so now that you have done this, we can just create the string. So first of all, to create the strings, what I see most people doing is they create they include, and then they include string. Okay, they include string. So after that, we can create the using namespace. I can spell space namespace std. So now that you have done that, we can just go ahead and actually create a string. So you can just say string. This is the data not the primitive data type, but we can give it identifier. We just call it maybe my underscore name. So just use the assignment operator and give it a value. So as I have said, the strings are just a collection of characters closed, surrounded in double quotes. So you have to keep in double quotes. Remember last time we talked about characters, right? Characters are single quotes, while strings are double quotes. In other programming languages like Python, double quotes and single quotes all mean a string, but in C++, single quotes means a character and a double quotes is for string. So we can create here a string. We can just call it code. Let me just use the name of my channel, code with prince. So this is just a string, right? So a string could be one word, or a whole sentence could be a string. So I'll just output it. So I'll just do a cout, and then I'll just output my name, my underscore name, and then I'll just end that line. So I'll just run this, and we got an error. So let's check where the error is. So error cout was not okay, so I didn't include the standard namespace. That's why we got that error. So include, and then the input output stream, my bad, input output stream. So right now we can use that without getting an error. So this is how we can work with strings in C++. So we can see right now we have a code with prints on the screen. Now also, as I said, codes could just be one word. For example, maybe we can just say what we can just give maybe someone's name, maybe James. So we can output this and we get James on our console. So so a string can be a character, sorry, a string can be a name, a single word, a sentence, or something. So let's create a sentence. Let's create a hello world, but using strings. So you can just say hello world. So you can also create a hello world program, but in this case we use a strings, a string variable. So that's how you can work with strings. There are other operations with strings that we can do with strings, such as additional strings and other string operations, but I think this deserves a tutorial on their own, whereby we'll do a string manipulation in C++. But for now, this is just a basic introduction to what string is in C++. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. Please, if it was, please don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to my channel. Also, I also want to apologize for the last video. There was a lot of noise. My microphone was actually very close to my keyboard, so you could hear all that noise while I type, and there's also a lot of background noise. I hope this tutorial is much better. So thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to this channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching.